Yes, welcome back to Poetry and Police. First of all, big up to all my loyal subscribers. Big up to the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Hurricane Melissa has hit Jamaica, and the aftermath is not nice. It's rough for some people, but life goes on, and this will end. And Jamaica will rise again. People, you are down now, but you will rise again. Everybody is jumping around. Everybody's trying to help all the victims of the hurricane. Please just be a little patient. I know you're going through hell, but Jamaican people abroad and yard, other countries are trying their best to help you. So please just be a little patient. Some of you people are suffering so much, but please be patient. Help is coming. Who has not received help yet, it's coming. Just hold on a little longer. Okay, people, just hold on a little longer. Please, I'm begging you. I feel it. Hold on a little longer. All right, Jamaica. Let's talk about let's chat today. I am going to speak to you from experience. Speak to you from my heart, from the bottom of my heart. Because of a conversation I have with a member of the public recently. And the things that he said about police officers just hurt my soul. And today the topic is when honor fades, how corruption crept into the Jamaica Constabulary Force. This is Poetry and Police, where truth wears the badge. A police once said to me, you got to be rich in the bank and not in the rank. You know, when I joined the Jamaica Constabulary Force, I was full of energy, full of love for the job. Every man beside me shared the fire, same fire. We believe service meant everything, or it meant something. Long nights, early mornings raid, patrol after patrol, arrest, paperwork, court, back on the road before the sun rose again. You see me as a people? You couldn't tell, or you couldn't call an operation at Hunts Bay, CIB, without seeing the same faces. Myself along with other police officers. The same faces, you know, people, the same faces. The ones who never slept, never stopped working, never hid from the job, never hid from the work. The ones who are always putting themselves in danger. The ones who are always on the front, not the back. The ones who are kicking in the door first. The ones when the door are kicked, they are running in first. That was us. Big up yourself, Blackwood. Rowan Blackwood, big up yourself. You see, we burn the candles at both ends, chasing justice through all the zinc lanes in a rain and sunshine in a Jamaica. All the worst garrisons them in a Kingston 13. But this was the heartbreaking part of it, people. When the commendation time came, when promotions were rolled out, the faces on the posters and the names on the placards weren't the same faces that you see on the operations. Weren't the same faces you see running into door. Weren't the same faces running into danger. Weren't the same faces on the early morning operations. Weren't the same faces on the foot patrols. Weren't the same faces who were doing all the work. That's when you start to understand why some good policemen lost faith. And probably are still losing faith up until today date. Like I said to you before, a senior man once told me, I'd rather be rich in the bank than rich in the rank. And that's the day I learned, man. Corruption doesn't start with greed. It starts with disappointment, people. It starts with disappointment. Police a thief. Before you go around and call police thief, before you go around and say all police are thief, these are the things that you need to think about at times. I spoke to a civilian not long ago, and that is why I'm doing this video. And for some reason, people, for the love of God, I couldn't convince this man that there was even one good police officer in the Jamaica Constabulary force. He looked me in the eyes and said, "Police are thief. All police are thief." Yeah, man, it hurt my feelings. And the worst part, I couldn't argue with him. I couldn't change his mind. There was no arguments that I could push towards him for him to believe otherwise. Not because every man in uniform is corrupt. Yeah. But because the image of the force has been stained so many times that truth no longer matters. Once the people stop believing in the police, the badge don't shine anymore, it rust. I remember back in the country when I was a little boy, people used to love police and used to call police government. And there was so much respect for police officers. Now there is none. There's not 1 inch of respect for police officers anymore. Jamaica has become so indisciplined. The society has become so indisciplined. We earn that distrust. Not all of us. But enough to make it collective. Every crooked deal, every silence, every small favor build a wall between police and people. Now, even when a good man does good work, the crowd don't cheer. They wait to see the scam behind it. Even when a police is up to nothing but good, people believe that the police is up to no good. All police are thief. And I repeat that all police are thief. The reason why I repeat that because it hurts me so much. Because I know that 90% of the Jamaica Constabulary force are good, hard-working, loyal police officers. I told this man, no. You have good police officers in the Jamaica Constabulary force. You had them then, and you still have them now. 90% of the force are honest, hard-working men and women doing their job. But he didn't buy it. Still didn't. Still don't. I argue with him, told him that calling every officer a thief condemns the good ones too. He said to me, calm, no anger, and said again, all police are thief, Mr. Blake. And I don't care what you say, all police are thief. End of story. And I realize once people lose faith, reasons don't matter. Every police department has bad apples. That's human, right? But the good should never suffer for the bad. Then why is the good police officer suffering for the bad ones? Why do we have to say all police are thief or police are thief? Why can't we just say that policeman is a thief and that policeman is corrupt? Does it pleases us to say all police are thief or all police corrupt? Then when we go around and talk these things, what are we teaching our children? To believe that there's no good police officers. And this is the type of thing that we need to shift. This is a gear that we need to shift in Jamaica because you have good, hardworking, loyal police officers out there. You see, most Jamaican people, they never see good. Because they're not looking for good in the police department, so they will never see good. There's a saying, if you dig for gold, you find diamond, you won't even value the diamond because you dig for gold alone. So you don't even know when you find diamond. Jamaicans don't see when police do good. They can only see the bad. You could save a life on Monday, stop a shooting on Tuesday, bring peace to a corner that was on fire, but let one bad cop take a bribe on Wednesday. That's the headline. It's like goodness don't count anymore. The country forgot that behind the badge are men and women who laugh and who have families, who cry too, and who bleed and who can die, just like everyone else. We miss our families. We work 16-hour shifts. We work even more than that. Sometimes in my days we used to work more than that. We show up when gunfire is raging through the night. When a woman takes in to have baby, we are there. But none of that makes the news. None of that makes the news, and none of that even make us good. So the good ones start to feel invisible. And when a man feels invisible long enough, he either gives up or becomes what the world already calls him. Thief. Thief. Police are thief. Hurt my heart again. That's why I say it so often. You see, people, I took a bullet that was not mine. I placed my life in danger to save a young man and got the bullet he should have gotten, or he should have taken. I didn't hesitate, because that's what we were trained to do. Protect, serve, and sacrifice. I put the Jamaican people first when I was on the job. But somewhere along the way, the people put us last, or put me last. In Jamaica, police became a disease. Not by accident, but by the culture. Every police we dead. Every police a thief. The street grew to hate the police, and they programmed even the children to hate the police. Not the man inside the uniform, You could save a life in the morning, and by the evening, the same crowd would curse your name. If you come do an arrest with them, not feel like you should arrest the man. You could have saved 100 lives this morning, you come back and make one arrest later, the whole community hate you. Because guess what? They are just self-serving people. That kind of hatred, eats at the police, Because how long can a man bleed for a country that treats him like the enemy? How long can a man bleed for a people that treats him like the enemy? Yeah. The system is built for corruption. People always ask me how Jamaican police officers got so corrupt. The truth is, the system was designed to make it possible. When leadership fails, corruption doesn't sneaks in. It invites itself in. Inside the force, the greatest corruption isn't just money or bribes. It's the cliques in the force, the inner gangs formed by senior officers in the Jamaica Constabulary force, the groups that run the show, who go on like the organization belong to them, decide who eats, who climbs, and who gets crushed. Promotion was never about merit or bravery in my days. It was about who you know, who you flatter, or who you stand beside. Hard work and sacrifice were currency with no value. I'm telling you that. You could have worked off your soul case. You will be overlooked because you're not in the friend circle. I am told that Commissioner Kevin Blake has started to change that. Just a small percentage, but at least the door's cracking open. I've spoken to a lot of police officers who have said to me that yes, he has promoted a lot of people, and some of the people who are not promoted have been promoted. So I'm saying to the squaddies who were promoted, it's late, but at least it came. Still, in the JCF, word of mouth travels faster than any memo. And a man's career can rise or fall on whispers. Have you ever heard they talk about the unspoken words yet? Those are the words that destroy your career like how it destroy mine. So corruption stopped being about greed. It became about survival. When loyalty replaces performance, the organization stopped being a force and becomes a fraternity, brother. Fraternity. Run by a certain kind of people or a certain clique of people. If Jamaica truly wants change, we have to stop pretending corruption is just a police problem. It's a national one, a cultural one. When we glorify the dance, excuse the bribes, and mock the honest man, we feed the same monsters that are devouring us. The truth is, brother, the JCF isn't full of thieves. It is full of men and women trapped in a system that rewards silence and punishes integrity. We are trapped in a system where the system rewards criminals and punished honest, hard-working police officers. But change always starts with courage, I think. The courage to speak, even when nobody wants to hear. I still believe in the good cops in the Jamaica Constabulary force, and I still believe that there are good cops. There are still good cops there. I've left a few. The ones who refuse to bend or break. The one who takes a little magapi and go home and make it work. And the one who will never take a dollar from anybody. Big up Detective Inspector Gunter. Big up Sergeant Roden. Long as one man wears that badge with honor, the story of Jamaica Constabulary force isn't over yet. Not yet. As long as you have good police officers who stand up for the organization and stand up for truth and justice and stand up, and who does not come out and look rewards for people to get themselves involved in corruption, the police is not over yet. So, if you are like that man who believe that every police are thief, check yourself. Start or begin to understand police officers. Get to know police officers, because it would appear as if you don't know any. And a matter of fact, the man who said that to me knows a lot of police officers. And he knows I know that too. So, knowing police officers, and he's still convinced that all police officers are thieves. Well, I guess is what he sees happening with police officers. But to the Jamaican people who are listening, to the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force who are listening and who know that good police officers are in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and who know that not every police is a thief, keep your head high, man. Keep your head up high. Keep on doing what you're doing. Commissioner Blake, you still have some man at the police department who are still not promoted. We have a squad who had over 25 years service and is still a constable. Or matter of fact, just promote to corporal. Why would a man be in an organization for 25 years with only one promotion? These are the questions that you need to ask. Just sometimes, just like you can move a man from constable straight to inspector, straight to sergeant because he just get a degree. A man with years of service soon gone home should be moved from constable to inspector too, so he can go with a good pension. You know the worst part about it? That same police officer I'm talking about got an award for best police of the year. I was still a constable. Who sees the irony? Is that mocking or what? Who sees the irony? Is that mocking? You know what? Thanks for listening. Welcome back to Poetry and Police, where truth wears the badge.